Hi, Sally Hancock here, and I'm back working on my Valentine Junk Journal signature swap. And I'm decided I'm going to work on the cover. So what I decided to do was to emboss an image, and then I cut out some, fussy cut some flowers from some scrapbook paper. So I bought this stamp platform fairly recently, and I was sad because it's, you know, this would be the ideal place I'd want to stamp, and it didn't, no matter how hard I pressed, it didn't seem to quite get the image all the way down. So I'm gonna open it up and turn it upside down and just move it down a little bit. And I'm going to put the flower on to get an idea of where I want my stamp. So I want the flowers to just overlap just a little bit. So I think right there looks good. So I'll lower this and make sure I'm on the clear side and stick that to the lid. Then I'm using some embossing ink. Just ink that up really good. First one I did, I didn't get the words very good, so I'm gonna make sure to get that really inked up good. Okay. I'm gonna stand up and give it a real good press. Okay, now I'm gonna grab my embossing powder. Just gonna, I've got some in a coffee filter that I'll just pour over the top. Oh, darn it. Forgot to use my anti-static embossing tool. Well, I'll just use my finger and wipe away the spots that I don't want to have the embossing. Okay. Now I'll heat up my gun a little bit and do the embossing. Okay, that looks good. Now the words again didn't come out very clear. I wonder if the stamp is just supposed to be that way. I don't know. Okay, now I'll just glue this down. And that's how the front turned out. So I'm going to go ahead and do the other ones, and I'll be right back. Okay, here's all the fronts, how they turned out. Obviously the flowers are different because I just cut it out of a scrap of some pattern paper. So I didn't do the best job stamping, but kind of makes it look a little vintagey with it not perfect, I think. So that's how the fronts turned out. Okay, I have this Kool-Aid dyed paper, and I stamped the edge, but I messed up. So I'm going to trim it off and just re-stamp, and then this paper will be a little bit shorter than the others, which is okay in a junk journal. It's kind of fun to have some variety of sizes, I think. So I'm just trimming that off, and I got this pretty Fiskars paper edge. So I just need to make sure that I line it up better this time. So you have these and they show the pattern on the side, and so if you line everything back up, then even if you stamp over it twice, it shouldn't matter because it'll just stamp. So things kind of get stuck in here, I have found. Need my tweezers. Be right back. Okay, got that unstuck. I think I'll trim this bit off so it doesn't get stuck. And then line it up on this side. And there we go. Now it turned out. Okay, so I thought I'd flip through and show you how my signature turned out. Okay, on this page, I had glued a napkin and I did not like the way it looked, so I steamed it off, so my envelope's a little bit wrinkly, but that's okay. So I just took a distress crayon around the edge and smudged it, and then I just took a pen and used a heart as what I'd cut out on my Cricut as a stencil, and just kind of drew the heart a few times. On this side I had glued some cute edging, and I copy dyed some index cards and just put some cute washi on that. Then here is part of the napkin, which again I didn't like, so mine is the only one that has that edging on the flap, which I accidentally steamed shut. So everyone else's this flap opens, and then I tied some organza ribbon in the hole, and then I just have a heart doily and the Kool-Aid dyed paper that I rounded the corners. And then this is some cute Doodlebug paper trim there. And this fun acetate that has hearts. I don't know how good you can see it. Blank piece. So that. And then these cute little heart doilies. And there were these cute paper bags that came with a little tag. So that's a good spot for journaling or a photo or whatever you want to put in it. And then this I cut out on my Cricut. I don't know if you can see. I just thought it was so pretty. All the details that were in that. So I thought that could be a good place, you know, you could draw or journal on that and have this whole page. Then this page, it was very white, so I wanted to kind of tone it down. So I took my Kool-Aid and put it in a spray bottle with lots of water and just spritzed it, and then splattered some Heidi Swapp Color Shine on it. And then over here I made a little corner pocket out of a book page and made a little embellishment cluster there. And here's just a plain coin envelope. And I did gesso the calendar a little bit to kind of tone down that it's upside down. And then here is my center with the little bird. And again, I gessoed over here. And I have this cute heart
paper clip that is holding closed a flap, and I did the same thing on this side. Then here's some edging that I cut on my Cricut. And I cut this out on my Cricut as well. I just glued it straight down. And then there's the other half of the acetate. And then here's the Kool-Aid dyed paper with the edging. And the other half of the doily. And here's the other end of the envelope. And I just put just a plain little heart in there. And here I did some stamping. And this little heart has some writing on it that I cut on my Cricut again. And here's a little card that I cut out, just a little card. And then here is I'm not real happy with how this turned out. Everyone else's has the Kool-Aid dyed, but this is coffee dyed index card, and then this is the napkin, and I put it in the envelope before the glue was dry, so that's why that's torn, but I don't know. I didn't really like it. I didn't do that in anybody else's signature but mine. Everybody else is just the Kool-Aid dyed. And then I just left the back plain. So that is my signature in our swap, and I will do the next video showing you everyone's and how I'm going to put my signatures together. Thanks for watching.